Whenever I think about having a kidney disease, and I think about everybody who's passed on from the disease, I used to get sad, but now I'm thankful. And I always say, God, thank you. You know, my grandmother was 102 years old, and she passed away in June on my birthday. And I always think about how she showed us how to push through. And I remember when I told her, Granny, I went to the doctor and they told me I had a kidney disease. They told me that my kidneys was failing. I need to get ready for dialysis. I mean, I am boo-hoo crying. She's probably in her 90s, late 80s, 90s at this time. And she looked at me and said, do you want to live? And I was like, yes, of course. She said, God will show you the way. Then do what you need to do. So once he shows you the way, do what you need to do. That was her answer. And at first, I was kind of cut and dry and a little harsh. But once I realized that my grandmother didn't hold no punches. She was very clear cut, straight to the chase, and very direct. And I'm that way as well. But for some reason, I couldn't find that way when it came down to me trying to figure out how to help myself when the doctors are telling me there's nothing that they can do. All they want to do is put me on blood pressure medication and insomnia medication and give me an appetite pill and anxiety medication. Like, I couldn't figure that out. But when she told me, when God shows you the way, do what you need to do. Once God showed me the way, here we are, doing exactly what we need to do. I've prayed 100 times and asked God, how do I get out of your way? How does this work? Because it's not by my works. It's not by, I don't get any credit or anything for doing this, considering that my body is already made to heal, considering that the fruits are already put here for us. When I understand that it's my will and my mind frame, then I said, is that how I get out your way? And the answer was, keep it simple. You get out of God's way by controlling what you can, which is your will, which translates to what you put in your mouth. That's how you do it. And you eat the foods that God has provided for us. And I was like, that's it? Which, it's easier said than done. But when you understand that it's just a matter of what you put in your mouth, then things become a lot easier and a lot clearer. Because yes, you can need to be able to identify what's good and what's not. When you ride down the street and every restaurant has a red sign that's chicken, beef, or fish, or fast food, and all those things, then you have to train your mind to understand, like, that's not food. When you know that you can start bypassing that stuff and going straight to the grocery store, to the produce section, that gives you a better chance, so you can continue to train your mind to say, okay, this is at least what I can eat. And you have fun in that department, the produce section. I'm trained to the point now where I can ride down the street. I don't even see Chick-fil-A no more. And it was a time where I used to feel like that little bird was looking me right in my eyes when I was passing by. He was talking to me like, come get these fries with the sweet and sour sauce. Come on. And I used to be fighting at the red light, like, don't turn left. Do not turn left. Sherry, keep going. Publix is right up the street. They have honeydew melons. You love honeydew melons. They have watermelons. They have mangoes. And you can eat much as that as you want to. So keep going. Like, those are the conversations that I will have in my car at the red light. You know, so if that's what you have to do what you got to do. But everything is a choice of what you put in your mouth. And you make those decisions one meal at a time. Don't try to go the whole day trying to figure out what you're going to eat. Just do it one meal at a time, one decision at a time, okay? So that way it's not overwhelming to you. So that way you can, you know, wrap your head around this thing, because you're going to take little chunks out of it, little chunks at a time, okay? You can do this. I promise you can do it, because I've done it and I'm still doing it to this day, okay? Got it? All right.